Welcome back. In the last videos we completed the entire BMAD planning workflow, the product brief, PRFAQ, PRD, the architecture spine, the epics and stories, the implementation readiness, and the sprint planning. But actually I speeded it up a little bit too fast at the end, which caused maybe a little bit of confusion. So I'm adding this one extra video where we are entering the execution phase, where we actually begin producing the episode defined by the sprint 1. Actually, I added the video already, but as you could have seen, there are still lots of things on the checklist, and I will do the three first ones today with you. So BMAD-help confirmed that all validation gates passed and that the project is fully ready for execution. It also explained that execution is where stories become real episodes, code gets written, scripts get finalized, videos get recorded, thumbnails get designed, GitHub gets updated, the BMAD loop begins running development tasks. This is the phase where planning becomes production. So as always, you can open the command palette or Ctrl Shift P, enter bmad launch agent, choose one of them. I'm choosing the dev as always, and it doesn't matter which one because they all share the same loop. It will matter in the future, of course, but it's only to show you guys now. So when it's open, we can use the BMAD execute sprint skill and enter. BMAD will now begin executing the stories assigned to sprint 1. What would you like to do with BMAD execute sprint? Look up the skill documentation, find show me how this skill works. Execute sprint 1 using the skill. This is what you want to do. Create, update the skill, test the skill on episode 1 to 10. Execute sprint 1. So this is, let me search for BMAD execute sprint skill in your project. I found it. I see what's happening. BMAD execute sprint skill doesn't exist yet. It's referred in your story 110 documentation as what users will eventually use, but the actual skill hasn't been created. Given that you just asked me to use it, I have two recommendations. Create a BMAD execute sprint skill. I can build the skill now so it reads sprints 1 from sprint status YAML, executes all 3 stories, generates production artifacts and checklists, return ready to record data. Option 2, manually execute sprint 1 now. I can run through sprint execution immediately by reading your sprint status YAML, processing stories 1 to 3, and creating execution artifacts, preparing them for your video. Which would you would be more valuable right now. Option 1 created. So as you can see, guys, I was a little bit too fast because I manually asked to create all these files. But this is also a very important step, because now BMAD will begin executing the stories assigned to sprint 1, 2 and 3. So as we know, sprint 1 contains what is BMAD, BMAD setup, and the BMAD loop setup. So it's actually creating the folder, creating the skill, BMAD series ready 3 at risk 0, total duration, story details. So sprint 1 execution complete, generated artifact, sprint 1 execution report YAML, and sprint 1 production checklist MD. So let's see what they said. Successfully created and tested. What was built? Skill definition, complete 400 line documentation including purpose, process all stories in a sprint, generate production artifacts, workflow phases, validation to processing to aggregation to output, sprint 1 execution example with full YAML output, quality gates validation, troubleshooting guide, Python implementation, execute sprint.py, complete executor engine, load sprints, definitions from the sprint status YAML, validates all story components, script, code, assets, readme, extracts metadata and duration estimates, generates per story production checklists, creates comprehensive sprint execution report. 3. Execution results sprint 1 generated 2 artifacts in this folder, sprint 1 execution report YAML, and the sprint production checklist. Let me just quickly see this. So okay, this is a real checklist. Okay, pre-production equipment, environment setup, recording schedule, per story timing and requirements, asset generation, thumbnails, graphic descriptions, post-production and Q&A, editing, upload, quality gates. How it works: for video production, open the checklist, follow pre-production section to set up, record stories 1 to 3 in sequence, Check off items as you complete each use asset generation checklist for graphic thumbnails. For story 110 demonstration, the execution phase episode will show opening BMAD agent in VS Code, typing use the bmad-execute-sprint skill like we did for sprint 1 in addition. So here you add this if you want to target a certain sprint, showing the generated report exactly what we just created, walking through the production checklist, demonstrating how to execute sprint 2. You're ready to record. Alright, we're in recording right now. So as your production guide for 1 BMAD script is ready, code ready, BMAD setup installation demo ready, BMAD Loop terminal explorer ready. Story 1 then will demonstrate this exact execution workflow to your viewers. Would you like me to display the full production checklist or examine the execution report more in detail? So I think we're done with this video then. So these 3 stories form the foundation of the BMAD series, and so the execution, where is it? What is the production file? The production. This is the so BMAD actually generated this new artifact inside our project folder. This document contains the story execution status, deliverables checklist, code requirements, script requirements, thumbnail requirements, GitHub integration notes, BMAD Loop tasks, product notes for each episode. So after sprint 1 that we just executed, the next steps are sprint 2, sprint 3, then real projects, crypto, tutorials and shorts. So in the next video I will start with real projects like I told you guys, because after seeing what we did with 1, I could show you another, like he said, use the BMAD. What did he? How did he show us? Execute. BMAD execute sprint skill, but how did it say it? It has to be exact on sprint or with sprint. Let's take a look for sprint. For sprint 2 and enter. So now there is a little problem, because indeed, as you see guys, we did not do all of those files yet. So this is how we know now that our sprint execution report will show a negative on this script. No code, no assets, only 2 of them. So this is status at risk, at risk, at risk. So this shows how this execution sprint works. So 1 to 3 is what we did in the last video. So we have all the files. I still need to review them all, but I didn't do the other ones yet. So that is why we get lots of red X's. So a quick recap. We completed the entire planning phase, validated everything with the implementation readiness, organized all stories into sprints, and today we began executing sprint 1. Next video will be about the real projects, because the rest I will do on my own this weekend, so I can finally put it on my GitHub. But I showed you how to do it, guys, and I hope it's all working for you as well. If this helped you, leave a like and subscribe, and tell me in the comments if you would like another BMAD topic that follows in this series. Bye!